Today I am showing off my old school Vanguard collection. Now of course I'm not going to show every single item I have. I also have quite a few things double, but I did want to show you some of the highlights because I'm very excited about this. I've kind of been collecting for, a long ass time because I've been playing for so long. But I think really in 2020 is when I also started buying the old school stuff. I kind of saw like the writing on the wall because I had been collecting Yu-Gi-Oh for a fair bit longer and those prices were rising. And I was like, fuck, if Vanguard ever has anything like that, I don't want to, miss out and have to buy stuff for way too much. So I picked up a lot of this for pretty cheap back then. Some of it has risen, some of it has stayed flat, which is awesome because it means you can still just get it right now. And so I figured I'd just show it off. Now in this video, I also have some cool stuff 50 cards send me, so that'll be a kind of like a mystery box type deal, even though he doesn't sell mystery boxes as far as I'm aware. 50 cards currently does have a Black Friday sale going on where you can buy, well, modern cards, so just the cards you want to play in your decks and so forth, for ridiculously cheap, and you get like a bunch of bonuses and so forth. It's basically going to be the biggest Black Friday they've ever had. So links will be in the description for that. Use the code Solemn for a massive discount. And he's also going to have the old school stuff. So I've got my old school stuff I'll show off. I'll show off some of the old school stuff he sent. And you can basically buy that. So that's from like sealed product, but also like graded cards, which is something pretty new because like there's a couple people who have graded Vanguard cards so far. And he's one of the bigger ones as far as I know. And so some of the stuff he's going to be selling, so you can pick it up for cheap maybe. Again, link will be in the description for that. So of course, a old school Vanguard collection has to start with this baby. This is BTO1, a sealed box. So this is the very first set for Vanguard ever. The King of Knights, Descent of the King of Knights. Yeah, so this is where everything started. You had your Blaster Blade, your Dragonic Overlord, and then you had OTT and Nova Grappler. So you only had really 4 clans, but then you also had a few cards from other clans that really weren't enough to make decks at all. So this is the very first one. I don't remember how much these are right now. I think it's like 200 a box or something like that. Last I checked on eBay, might be a bit more, might be a bit less. These are becoming slightly harder to find, but it's still overall pretty okay, Of course, I'm not going to be opening this, but I will say later I will be opening some packs from this set because 50 cards sent them. So we'll see what's going on with that. But so yeah, this is set number 1 and I own, I think, 2 of this. I have 1 downstairs. Now next we have set 2. So this is Onslaught of Dragon Soul. I only have 1 of this. I would actually like to have doubles of most of this stuff because I assume as certain things maybe dry up over time and I may be missing like 1 set, if I have a double, I can then trade with someone else who might have a set I'm missing while I got what they're missing and so forth. So yeah, I have Onslaught of Dragon Soul right here. This is the second ever set, and here we see Kai with I don't even remember the name of this guy, but I know the draw trigger here, Gatling Boy, was fucking insane. So yeah, that's set number 2. This one is a bit easier to find than set 1, so I imagine the price is also a fair bit less. Next we have set 3, Demonic Lord Invasion. This is where they introduced like Gwyn the Ripper and some Dark Irregular stuff. I think Amon as well. These are becoming slightly harder to find as far as I'm aware. I think they dried up on Card Market and they dried up on TCG Player. I think there's a couple still on eBay. Beyond that, I don't know. After that, they're gone. I guess, I don't know. Because maybe a store that still has some or something like that. But yeah, I own, I think 3 of this, which is the most I own of any box. So I don't know like how much everything was printed. It's hard to say. Just a hunch. I think that these are harder to find than set 2. But again, that's just a hunch. Now next I have the saddest part of my collection, and that is set 4. And this is actually not a sealed box. I'm very sad about that, so I can literally just open it up. And as you can see, I have a number of packs, but the box is not sealed. So for all I know, these were searched. Maybe these are, maybe the good stuff has been pulled already and then they just refill the box. Only reason that this is all that I have for set 4 is because set 4 is extinct. Literally extinct. I cannot find this shit anywhere. I've been looking on Card Market, on TCG Player, on eBay and so forth for like 3 years now. Once in a while I'll just go, okay, I'm still looking for this. Check it out. Set 4 doesn't exist. If you have set 4 sealed, I'm interested. I want a sealed box of set 4 and I haven't been able to find it. So for now, I'm, happy to settle for this. This is still cool for display. I would like to get like those display type cases that you see in Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon as well. So I can display this. I can display, 1 through 4 at least. It would be cool to have the others as well, but this is the last box I really have right now. But yeah, the fact that my set 4 is like this, even though I'm such a Shadow Paladin simp, feels pretty sad. But yeah, these boxes are the hardest to find. My hunch is that with the launch, set 1 was of course printed a lot because, big hype, new card game and so forth. And then I think set set 4 was either not printed as much, or it was such a hyped set that everyone opened it, and so there's no sealed left. I don't know what the real answer is, but I just cannot find it. So for now, I'm settling for this, but I would love to have a properly sealed one. Next, I got 2 trial decks right here. I would like to have more, but at least this is where I'm starting with. So I have the Aichi trial deck with Blaster Blade, of course. This is the most iconic one. I should have a Kai someday, but for now, it's just Aichi. I also got the Aqua Force one. The only reason I really have the Aqua Force one is because a store was quitting Vanguard or something like that, and they still had like very old product, and they had this for sale for I think $5. So I was like, fuck it. This is an old school cool product. Aqua is one of my favorite clans, so $5, you know, sign me up. And so now I'm just gonna hold on to it like this. If I see other stores maybe, you know, selling older stuff, I might pick it up if it's like ridiculously cheap just for like this. Just because, you know, there's still some nostalgia here. It's been what now, 11 years, 12 years even since Vanguard started. That's still pretty fucking old. And then finally for sealed product, I also have this Rise to Royalty. So this was like, I guess the first thing that got closest to like a legend deck, you know, and then after that we got like different variations like Stride deck set now in Overdress. So this was like a more special trial deck, and it included Sanctuary Guard Dragon, which ended up becoming super broken in G. My first time actually doing well at an event that was not a locals was with Sanctuary Guard Dragon and Blaster Blade. To be fair, it was a very easy to play deck. Like it was proper brain dead, but still, you know, super awesome card. Still awesome to have this, and this then also came with like stuff like a deck box, storage box, and sleeves. Pretty cool to have still. I think actually I got this one from 50 cards a while ago, so I don't know if he still has these. Now for my graded, you just saw these recently, so I won't spend too much time on these. Of course, I've got my Phantom Blaster Abyss, an 8. Personally, I don't really mind that it's an 8. Of course, a 10 would have been nice, but I'm not really much of a, oh my god, it has to be this grade, otherwise it sucks, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'm very happy with my Blaster Dark Revenger 10 right here, but, you know, I'll one day have a 10, maybe, that's fine. Not too fussed about it, but I still love, you know, cards. And just the fact that, like, when they're graded, it feels like a more real thing. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, you're holding a heavier item. It's not just a card that's gonna, you know, crease at any moment or has to be in a sleeve. And then even in a sleeve, it feels so unsafe. Whereas this feels like, you know, proper collectible. I don't know if that's bias or something, but I really like this, even for my lower grades, because this is a card I just love so much. But yeah, I hope to max out my Revengers someday. And then for cards, of course, you've seen, I've got my World's Prize card Isabel at a 10. I've got a Continental Prize card Claret Sword at a 10. Got my RLR Night Rose 10. And then you saw me grade a bunch of these, a Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade at 10. So yeah, we still need some kinds of 10s. Not gonna go over all the cards because you saw them recently. Maybe stuff you didn't see recently is my other graded cards, and these are the ones from CCC. So this is a company from France, and when I graded these, they were actually insanely strict. Like, as a company, they were so ridiculously strict that they even, I think, now lowered their strictness and said like, oh, we'll regrade our older slabs or something. So I'm actually considering regrading some of these. I do love the way this slab looks. Like, look how clean. But like, for example, a 9.5 Blaster Dark, I'm pretty damn sure I sent it into PSA that it'll be a 10. Like, this is a clean as hell card. So 9.5 in like CCC back then, I don't know. I'm pretty fucking sure that if I regrade some of these, they're gonna gem. So we have the 9.5 this. We have a 9 Nitros. Yeah, I mean, these now end up like crazy because now they're suddenly playable and also meta. So, oh, what's that doing here? A Dark Magician Grill. Oh, an LOB Blue Eye. Hey, let's get rid of that. Pretty cool. I might ship this to PSA, or I might just crack it. I don't really know what to do with this one because it's actually playable now, but I have 3 already, and those 3, you know, you don't play more than 3 because you have V Nitros. I don't know. So World's Prize card Ballon Arena, a 10 back then. That's crazy. If anything, I'm gonna keep this in here because back then they were so strict. This is probably like more gem than most PSA 10s. All right, we have our Ballon Arena, and we have an RLR also in that special gem, so I'm gonna keep that way probably. Again, this like a 9.5 back then. I think I should regrade this into PSA 10. Crazy. Then we have a 9 Claret Sword, also the prize card. And here, oh my baby, we have Mordred Phantom, a 9. So again, I might regrade this to PSA as well. It'll probably gem, honestly. Hot take. And then we have an 8.5 Lukier. I don't know if this will gem. If they found 8.5 type issues, then I imagine this is maybe not really gem worthy. With my 9s and 9.5s, I'm considering. Same story here with my Dragonic Overlord here. And then also my Nemain. Honestly, I really need to have a PSA 10 Nemain. This is a proper epic card. Look at that. Holy shit. Let me zoom in. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. God, these old school cards, the art was so gritty back then. So now, for the box from 50. Yeah, spoiler alert, we have a box in here. So let's first move all the packs aside. Oh, there's some graded. There is some graded, and I see a Revenger. Let's put the packs aside. We're gonna open these up on the channel right here. We have a Raging Form. A PSA 10 Raging Form. Fuck. Now this is awesome. Wait, let me get my other Revengers. We have my 8 Abyss and my 10 Blaster Dark Revenger. So now I just need the Mordred, and then this at 10, and then I have all the most important Revenger cards maxed out. So yeah, thanks 50. Got myself that maxed out Revenger Raging Form. What a beautiful card. Very, very sick. This was basically like the first deck I ever played. Raging Form, an upgraded trial deck. I didn't even have all the PGs because those were expensive back then. Then the other graded card is a 10 Dragonic Overlord. Holy shit. So now we've actually completed the trifecta. The Blaster Dark, the Dragonic Overlord, and the Blaster Blade. These are basically like, I think, the things you need to have. If you're going for, you know, I want to have all the old school sick cards. These just feel like the grails, you know? It's weird because this is, you know, part of a different set, but I mean, without Blaster Dark, what are you doing, boy? Yeah, this is fucking sick. We also have the boxes. We have another Onslaught of Dragon Souls right here. So that's awesome. Now I have a double. And then we also have, hey, which one is this? Oh, VBTO6, the Breaker of Limits with the Ezel. Sick. So now I have 1, 2, 3, well, 4 unsealed, and then 6. Okay, 6. So now we need to find 5 and then 4, hopefully sealed someday, somewhere. Awesome. So now let's open up the seal. Now, when I open these, I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, you have this tape on top, but they don't look like they were opened before. So is this because the cards can, like, you know, shuffle around otherwise? I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's see. Like, if I unsticky the tape, it's not like these were opened before. This is still glued shut. So I don't know what's going on there. Seems good. So let's open these up for the channel. Little unboxing time. Some old school vibes. So if you bought BTO1 12 years ago, this is what you would find. Okay. Oh god, I remember playing with this card. I had the trial deck. Draw trigger, and then, okay, this statue. Holy shit. This is some memories. I actually played with a lot of these cards. Even though I got in with the Revenger trial deck, that's when I started. Obviously, like, if you played against other people with trial decks and so forth, they had a lot of these older trial decks instead. Usually the OTT one. It's another one I bought with, like, the Flower Girl and so forth. Okay. See. Oh, tough boy. Wow. I also watched the full anime, of course, back then. So this is some nostalgia stuff. And oh, look at that. Was it 5 cards back then? Am I crazy? One pack contains 5 cards. Holy shit. So yeah, I had this draw trigger as well in OTT. And then we have our Battle Razor, one of the first effect triggers, together with Lozenge Magus. It's so weird how they had effect triggers even in the first packs, and then for V they never brought them back. Okay, we have Bar. Huh, if you watch the first episodes of the anime, that's some memories right there. And we have this boy. Okay, whoa, I wonder what kind of store still has that kind of bulk. All right. Oh, I'm seeing something pretty cool. We have Romario, the first Grand Blue cards back then. And then we have King Sword, or King of Sword. Thing I notice when opening these, you tend to almost damage the cards at the top right. I wonder if a lot of the older cards grade so tough because of that. Oh, we got a double rare. We got Flash Shield Assault. Sick. It is actually really cool. I'm gonna put this aside here. We have our first good pull. I wonder if we can pull SPs. Note how, like, old as SPs are really hard to pull, and you barely notice because of how they weren't full art yet. So back then SPs, you could just throw them away sometimes because they looked like triple rares. I mean, not that you would throw them away, but they might get, you know, lost in the sauce. And then next we have Solemn. Yeah, I'm starting to think they just taped these to, like, make it so the cards don't shuffle back and forth, which might actually be a good thing, because they don't seem resealed or anything like that. All right, next we have another Battle Razor. Oh, look at that. We have Yggdrasil Maiden Elaine. So yeah, I have the... Oh, this is actually... Fuck, I should have shown this on the video as well. I have the full BTO1 set as well. I think I showed it on a previous video before. So I have every single common and so forth because I want to have the full set. Of course, I don't want to do the full set in PSA 10, though that would be hilariously hard and also expensive to do. Then we have a Knight of Silence Galatine. But given that these are loose packs, we also need to keep in mind that we cannot actually have full box ratios, right? Like in a box, what is it? Is it supposed to be 1 triple rare and 2 double rares or something like that? But this is just, you know, random packs. So for all I know, we get massive unlucky or massive lucky. Let's see what we got. We got a Void Master. Okay. Let's see. We have another Dandy Guy Romario. Then we have, oh, look at that. Commodore Blue Blood. The first rare for Granblue. That's sick. I'm gonna put that aside. I know it's not a real hit, but it's a really sick card. I wonder also if people are gonna start doing like weird collections, like try to get all the Granblue cards graded or non-graded, you know, just in a binder, or try to get all the blasters or something like that. Okay, another rare. Oh boy, can we get like a triple rare? Just one little triple rare for Uncle Max. Okay, let's try. Oh, another Void Master. Okay, I do not want any Nubatama cards anymore. Can we try that? That's our new goal. No Nubatama cards. Kagero. Okay, that's not Nubatama. Oh, we have a triple rare. Look at that. We have Ashura Kaiser. Not a triple rare I would personally hope for, but I do know there's like, you know, people who love themselves some Nova Grappler. That people is not me. But hey, look at that old school foiling. Like back then they were crazy. Some of these cards, like also look at the PG for example. Like those little like dots were fucking crazy. So yeah, that's sick. We have ourselves a triple rare. Okay, so at least these aren't like searched or anything like that. I'm happy for that. Again, like super old school loose packs. If you are in Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh and you buy a loose pack, you should always assume it's weighed and searched. So you will never hit anything. However, here I just got myself a triple rare and a double rare, so like that's good. Brutal Jack right here. Okay, so these are just proper loose packs. Okay, very glad with that. Of course, like if you buy a box, you're gonna be more sure about pulls, but like those are also very expensive right now. Like if you pay what, 200 for a BTO1 box, the chances that you are getting your money back, the only way is basically pulling like an SP Blaster Blade or an SP Dragonic Overlord. That's literally the only way. And that's the same for old school Pokemon and old school Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way. Like if you have a sealed box, it's 99% of the time gonna be worth more than the things inside. That's basically how that works. You know, unboxing YouTubers, shills, whatnot type deals will try to tell you like, oh, buy it and blah blah, and you'll get your money. Like there's no shot. Your money is usually gone. I'm sorry. The best way to have sealed product actually make money is just selling the sealed product. All right, then we have Romario. See, another Nahalem. Man, if you were opening these back then, making a deck out of a booster box must have been so hard. To be fair, that's the same right now and every time, but like, holy shit, we're pulling all these vanillas. This feels like we're playing V again. Gotta rile up some people that way. Next we have, okay, a Tachi card. We only have 2 packs left. Let's see what we pull. Are we gonna get lucky? I doubt it. Let's see. We got, oh, a double rare. A Future Knight Lu. And also notice how even from inside the pack, it's kind of dinged at the corner. I don't know if you can see that ever so slightly, but I mean, that happens, you know. That's probably again why they're like taped like this, just so that happens less. But man, like old school packs, these went through some trouble. So like, I don't think I could grade. Yeah, like this one I could not grade. The other one, yeah, this one I could grade. So these two probably, let me check. Oh no, this one not either. Yeah, so I could grade the Ashura Kaiser. I could not grade the 2 double rares. Again, that's also why grading like old school is extra risky. Some of these cards have been through hell. They'll let you know. PSA will let you know. I'm sorry, this is a 7. Get the fuck out. Or worse. Okay, oh, Guiding Zombie, old school. And we have, oh, another double rare. We have, I don't even know this guy. What the fuck? Okay, cool. So some of the good hits came late, but I got some cool cards regardless. Some old school jazz. Of course, none of it beats the beautiful Revengers. Where are they? Where's my boys? Here we go. This is art. But yeah, that was my little nerd out with my old school Vanguard cards. I hope you found this interesting. Again, stuff I'm looking for: PSA 10 Revengers, BTO4 sealed, anything old school really. Like if you have raw cards, I'm also down to check them out. Like I might check them out for grading or something like that. If you want to buy anything, again, some of the doubles for my grading video videos I might sell. Kind of depends on the price. But so that's all for today. I hope you found this very interesting. Again, go check out 50 Cards Black Friday sale right now. You can get your own graded cards. You can get your, sealed stuff. You can also just get your new cards. So, go get new cards if you want to have playable stuff. This was just a little trip down memory lane. Go check it out, and I will see you soon. Ciao.